Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what's for you cannot miss you. Let me say it again. What's for you cannot miss you. Some of you are upset because you thought something was for you. It's not. It belongs to someone else. And you may be reeling because you thought this thing, this position, this person, this opportunity, whatever it is, you thought it was yours, but the wheel is spinning in your favor. Don't be mad. Like, rejection is your protection. I wore the hippie sabotage shirt for you guys because it's like, don't sabotage your future by trying to chase something in the present that isn't yours. We have a lot to talk about. Grab your stuff. Come on. What's up, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising? It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. Baby, welcome to the real start of 2025. Happy Spring Equinox. Welcome to Aries season, a fellow fire sign. Finally, you're going to start to get your mojo back. You're going to start to feel like yourself again. But there's something about don't sabotage it. Don't like blow it all up just because what you wanted isn't yours. What's for you can't miss you. Hydrate, light it if you need it. Some of y'all need it. And I'm ready to get into it. Clear out this funky ass energy. Welcome, my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 20. What I say? It's spinning in your favor. It's just going to be something else. It's going to be someone else. It's going to be somewhere else. It's some. All right. Damn. Okay, welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. Be sure to check out the Aries season astrology video that has all the important astrological transit dates that you need to pay attention to. It's not a tarot reading. It is just astrological dates. And I'll just get this out of the way. Over on my Patreon plunge, we're going to clarify all the cards that come out. There's all kinds of astrological content, a tier for daily reading. So come join my ethical cult, darling. Yes. There will be Kool-Aid, but not the deadly kind. Just kidding. Don't drink Kool-Aid. Ever. Just don't do that. That's... Lord knows what's in that. Anyway. All right, just breathe. Empty your lungs and inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top. 1, 2, 3. Then exhale out of your mouth and empty your lungs all over again. And you're going to inhale through your nose and hold it at the top for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out your mouth. As we welcome in the most useful, helpful, divinely aligned messages. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Aries season 2025. I also feel like very strongly be careful of distracting yourself from pain that you're feeling, numbing yourself, drinking too much, smoking too much, partying, whatever it is. This was kind of on its side. I kind of saw it, like I technically saw it reversed. The 8 of Wands reversed like things are slowing down, or maybe things were moving really, really fast and then all of a sudden came to a halt or screeching halt, or something stopped, or you're feeling slowed down. But I feel like this is turning, like the pace of life may be turning. And that makes sense that I saw the Wheel of Fortune, because things are in motion. And there could just be this start, stop, or whatever, especially if it involves somebody else with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. You guys may be experiencing opposition or struggling with the pace that life is moving at. But the first thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025 is mind your pace. Being the highest octave of fire can get you in trouble sometimes. Like you just want to go full force as fast as you possibly can all the time. And then sometimes you want to move at a snail's pace. Sometimes you do, there's just a fluctuation of your pace. But I just feel like whatever, there's a new cycle that wants to be there is a new cycle that's coming in regards to your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. And I feel like you need to be real specific about what you harness your energy into, who you harness your energy into. Am I taking that? Because that did flash out. This, yeah, we're going to take that. The Three of Pentacles reversed. Don't be hard-headed about asking for help. Some of you, I feel like you need to go to therapy about something, or you need to ask for help, or you need to get somebody who's more experienced in the whatever the obstacle it is that you're facing. Like, be careful of calling a plumber when your car breaks down. You know what I mean? It's like, be careful of trying to do something on your own or DIY it when you actually need help from someone with that specializes in that thing. It's like, for example, it's like you got an electrical problem in your house. You're not a fucking electrician. Don't try to, you know what I mean? Don't try to YouTube how to redo the wiring. There's something like that where it's just like, let's collaborate in some sort of way. Also, there could just be you are struggling to rebuild atop the rubble. Something may have fallen apart, especially if it involves somebody that there was oppositional energy with, or someone that has Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. I feel like Aries season, you need to get your footing. There's something about new footing, new grounding, new consistency in but what this really is, it's time to revise the blueprint. Jupiter retrograde in Gemini is like, hey, or what? He's direct now. But I feel like Jupiter retrograde in Gemini pointed out babe, what's going on with the blueprint? What's going on with the plan? Are we sticking to the plan? What's going on with the aspirations? What are you hoping to gain from this? What are you doing? I feel like cosmically you've been asked some really important questions, and it's really important that you slow down and tend to the answer and be really honest with yourself about the answer. Please continue. There may be a relationship or a connection with someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, and it's just like, you need help about this, or you need a second opinion, or you need to talk to somebody about this. There could be something about collaborating, where you were trying to do something by yourself, and it's actually more beneficial for you to collaborate with someone that's more knowledgeable than you. Also, there could just be something about what's going on with money management, what's going on with time management, what's going on with rebuilding your self-worth. Is your self-worth based on something? Is your self-worth based on an outdated source of validation? Is your self-worth based on your productivity? Is your self-worth based on external validation? Is your self-worth based on other people telling you how, cool or awesome or talented or whatever you are? There's something about the self-worth starting in the validation coming from within, being received from within. It's time to check the blueprint. What's the blueprint of the future? Where are you trying to take things? And do your actions match your ambitions? If you keep doing what you're doing, is it going to take you closer or further away from the action, from the ambition? Do you know what the ambition is? Do you know what the end goal is? Do you know what the end game is? Or have you kind of been in la la land? Like there's something there around. I just feel like shit's getting real. It's time to get down to business. You know, what needs to be initiated? What needs to start? And Aries season is going to bring you the firepower, the physical energy that you need to address this thing, to get it done. Please continue for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. See, there we go. The Six of Wands, center of the reading. I feel like move on, move forward. With help, by way of collaboration, you will get to experience harmony in the realm of your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. Some of you are turning your back on something that does not have like a structured or a sound foundation. There could just be like, I thought this was structurally sound. I thought this was solid. It's not. Skirt. Don't be a groupie. Keep it motherfucking moving. What's for you can't miss you. Something was not yours, but you riding off into the sunset, you moving forward gets you closer to what actually is yours. I like all this fire that's out. Wands are fire. And I feel like the center of Aries, the center of Aries season has a lot to do about heart-based decisions. You need to be making decisions from your heart and or your instincts. No, not your instincts. I would say your heart, which will require you to slow the fuck down so you can discern the difference. You know, there's like public success and recognition comes to you by way of heartfelt, heart-centered decisions. I just heard heart-centered sentences as well, which makes me think that some of you have maybe been a little manipulative with your words, or you're not, like you're trying to come off a certain way or be perceived a certain way that may not be as authentic. It may not be authentic. It just may not be what you really feel, what you really mean. And you need to speak from your heart. And it's interesting because Sagittarians aren't quite like, you're not known for your tact. You're not known for, like, you are usually very blunt. You usually say what, you usually say what needs to be said, but are you saying what needs to be said for you to be perceived a certain way, or are you speaking from your heart? That's a whole word. Final two cards, final two messages, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. This is a lot of fucking fire. The Seven of Wands, from the Six of Wands to the Seven of Wands. I feel like there's something about moving forward and really standing up for yourself, standing up for the underdog, standing up for what's right. There's multiple cards of opposition here. I feel like in some sort of way, your spirit may be opposing your actions, or there could be just something where you're like, damn, is this really the right thing to do? Is this the right way to be? Is this the right like step to take? I feel like there's something about Aries season that's also going to bring other people who stand up for you. You're going to start realizing what's worth protecting, what's worth standing up for, what's worth fighting for. And as long as you make heart-based decisions, you get to gain higher ground. And then Aries, and the end of Aries and Taurus season is about you maintaining higher ground, and understanding that these people are opposing you from below. Some of y'all are dealing with somebody else that has, or you're combative or competing maybe with someone that has Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. There's just like, there could be stuff around competition, comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. There we go. And then you get to you. I feel like you're starting to finally realize you are worth protecting. Your peace is worth protecting. Some of you may be like recovering from something that has been upsetting. Maybe recovering from like an extreme taker or someone that has kind of narcissistic tendencies. And you need to be deeper in your feelings, not just like rage, fucking rage. How do you feel about it? What actually hurts? Like pull back the layers of the pride and get to the root of the emotion that this has stirred up in you. But you are getting closer to yourself. And I feel like also there are people around you that are protecting you. It's interesting. Some of you are in competition, like mental competition, with someone who's actually prayed for you, someone that wishes you the best, someone that's like, you know what, like, there may be tension or whatever, but I feel like, you know what, go with God. Like, everything's okay. Like, I wish them the best. I hope you find yours. I hope you figure it out. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. This is Sun and Taurus. I feel like you guys are, once you get to that heart-based decision place, more money starts coming in. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements coming in. I feel like there's something about getting more masterful with your self-worth, which is going to help you get more masterful around attracting in more money and getting really, and some of you are already really masterful around your body, around like this is about like eating better, like taking better care of yourself, your relationship to self-care, your definition of self-care, how often you're moving your body. Also, I feel like some of you in Aries season, like the goal is accomplishment, feeling accomplished, feeling like you completed something, like standing in your power, standing in your sovereignty, standing in your wealth. Some of you may be getting a raise. Some of you, there it is. Some of you may be getting a raise. I'm going to show you a little bit of the plunge. Underneath that Aries season, it's like it's time for you to figure out like what level you're trying to be at. Because how do I word this? There's the kings and the kingdom, and then there's the emperor and the empire. The emperor is Aries energy. That's my baby. There's a difference. I feel like you are learning the difference between a knight. Like, you're learning the difference between, a high ranking officer, a knight, a king, and an emperor. And the thing is that the emperor collects kings and kingdoms. Kings aspire to be emperors. And I feel like you're learning the difference. And how you view yourself is very indicative of what you're magnetizing towards you. And so, some of you, there's a lot of healing around your father, around your concept of masculine energy, your relationship to your personal masculine energy. I feel like we talked about this last season, Sagittarius. And I feel like you start getting more, stop leaning so much on your masculine energy. We live in a society that really glamorizes women being in their masculine energy, strong, independent woman. I don't need a man, boss bitch vibes, all that shit. And it's like, cool. We need to know how to ride in that lane because we live in a capitalistic, patriarchal society. But there's something also very, very powerful and profound and equally as vicious in to be experienced in feminine energy, which at its baseline is receptive. Feminine energy understands, like, I don't need to chase shit. It comes to me. Aha. Aha. I don't need to chase shit. What's for me can't miss me. And I feel like you need to get in that mood, get in that mode. And I know some of you may be dealing with like recovery, but you're going to be coming back to yourself, specifically the closer that we get to Taurus season. Bottom of the deck being the King of Pentacles, this is the card of Sun and Taurus. And so understand, everything is unfolding exactly as it's supposed to. You just are finding a new flow. It's something about finding a new flow within yourself, within your day-to-day life. Understanding everything is unfolding exactly as it's supposed to. So stop forcing stuff. You are protected. I feel like you're well on your way to healing. You need to really be focused on yourself. There's a lot of fucking wands out here. 3 of the 5 cards are wands, or are fire. Well, actually 4 of the 5 cards are fire. You know, Temperance is a fire card. And excuse me, Temperance is you. And so there's this like getting back to yourself, finding a new flow, raising your standards in love, raising your standards, excuse me, within yourself, hydrate, so that you can raise your standards in love. And I feel like somewhere along the way, you forgot that you're in the middle of a journey on your way to a crown. You know, you've been wearing this little flower crown, you know, and I busted out the hippie sabotage shirt for you guys, which by the way, check out their music. They're amazing. Um, I busted out this shirt because there's something there around like like don't sabotage yourself by way of trying to do what the divine is doing for you. Like if stuff is being removed, if things are happening, if things are shifting and you're uncomfortable, know that that means like, something dope is coming. If it's not this, then something better, something more suited to me, something that's actually mine is coming my way. You know, and so there's something there around trading your little flower crown for an act for like a spiritual crown. And the divine wants you on that path, and I can see it. You'll see it more in the plunge if you know, buy the video, buy the plunge, or if you're a member of my ethical cult. There's just something there around like you're making your way towards expansion and depth and compassion for yourself. But it's like time to clean out the old cups, you know, and your cup being like your life, your concept of life, like how you treat yourself, like what your days are full of, what you fill your life with, what you fill your heart and your soul with. There's a bit of like, I feel like a purge or a cleansing that needs to happen. And you want a certain kind of expansion. So you got to get real clear about what you're exposing yourself to so that you can have said expansion. You know, I do feel like the divine does want you comfortable. You are ruled by the planet of abundance and prosperity. And it's just like, when are you going to get out of your way and allow that to come in? And for some of you, some shit has to fall apart, especially if it involves an Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Something didn't go your way, or a decision didn't go the way you thought it would be, or something was built on a structurally unsound foundation. And I feel like there's some of you that are like, why the fuck is this? Why did this go this way? And it's like the plan, shit had to be cleared. Something had to be leveled so that you could get closer to this. And you got to figure out, are you trying to be or attract in a king or an emperor? And what you attract in is determined by your worthiness level. So I feel like the divine is really getting ready to show you what's worth protecting, what's worth defending. 2222 on the clock. You are going to start getting way more masterful with your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. Only one major arcana, and that's at the very end of Aries season. So the end of Aries season, I feel like, has a lot to do with recovery and resolution and trusting in the divine, trusting that everything is going the way that it's supposed to. For those of you who are dealing with somebody else that has Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, there's a lot of movement. The pace and the direction of things are changing a lot. 7, 6, 7. So there's no, sorry, 8, 6, 7. And so there's something there around like start, stop, put one step forward, two steps back. Like there could just be this like back and forth thing that you're feeling internally or with another person. Those of you that are dealing with somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, I feel like during Aries season, don't expect much. They are in a place of restructuring, and you're in a place of restructuring too. So I feel like focus on yourself. Learn, this is Aries season. Aries season is the sign of I am. This is a time for you to like Really call yourself out. Are you putting your oxygen mask on first? Or are you just moving for the sake of movement and fucking sabotaging things? Sabotaging yourself. Everything you do, everything you accept, everything that you agree to is a reflection of your self-worth. And so what signals are you, what are you allowing that's signaling, hey, I have shitty self-worth, or I don't think that much of myself, or sure, you can take advantage of me this way, or sure, this may be beneath what I want, but I'll allow it. What are you signaling the divine with that energy and behavior? We'll talk about that more over on the plunge. I hope to see you there. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Come on, let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.